checkbook. Come on, man.
Hi, it's Matt Yadler, Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Thursday, May 13th, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 5151 Seeger Lane, Southeast, Salem, Oregon, 97306. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, as we noted, some H sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made to cast iron ABS, 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends placing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 4-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We are running some water from the second floor hall bathroom sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. All of the joints and junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued watertight. We're going to transition so pretty quick like. At about 3 feet we're going to transition. This signifies transitioning pipe size, so we're going from 4-inch pipe into 5-inch pipe. Signifies transition in pipe materials. We're going from ABS plastic into 3034 plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into the city branch piping. And even though we enter into the city branch piping here, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility, start to finish. Right off the bat, we like the size of the pipe. Today's standard for sewer piping is 3 inches, and so they even started with a 4-inch pipe, and now we're in a 5 or 6-inch pipe. So just really nice that they kind of overdid the sizing of the sewer piping. We recommend inquiring with city records just to determine, as precaution, that we don't have shared lines in the neighborhood. It's kind of hard to say if that's in use, but there's definitely something tying in. It could just be another clean out on top, which is probably what it is, but again, just as precaution, just making sure that in the 70s they weren't using shared lines through this neighborhood. I would say it's unlikely, but just again as precaution, just getting as much information as you can. In the city of Portland, at least, they're recommending that any shared lines are being separated. This looks more like a clean out though, like a second access where they could have put an additional clean out on the top of the pipe, and it's either buried or they just didn't put the clean out in it. We're having some issues as we hang that corner there. And so at 30 feet, heading to the street in front of the house, we turn, and we have some pretty heavy root penetration here. So the pipe is in process of blocking or backing up right now. Yeah, it's almost there. We push through, and that's right at the sidewalk, right as we transition to the concrete piping. You can see this is really getting pretty close to starting to have some issues here.
Is that roots or gunk?
That's roots. Yeah, and they grabbed onto all the gunk, but you can see the tree was doing it.
No trees out there, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
That looks fine.
Yeah. So it's just that junction, and that happens all the time. It's always at a junction, so that ends up being a weakened area. So we're transitioning from plastic piping into the old concrete piping out in the roadway, and that first joint, for whatever reason, always ends up being weak. And that weak joint ends up being where the roots come in, and then you get into the pipe and everything is hanging on. We're seeing some deterioration, but what you would expect.
When we come back up through it, can you do a depth?
Yeah,
on that?
I'll try and get us as close to the location and the depth as possible.
There we go.
And then we drop in right on top of the lateral at 46 feet. So pretty much, you know, comes out here and then right up the gut of the side yard. So 46 feet, this is the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility, 46, 47 feet away from the house. But because of heavy root penetration and the pipe in process of having blockage or backup, the sewer pipe does fail inspection. We'd recommend further evaluation and repair replacement as needed by a licensed and qualified drain professional. So we'd recommend taking the video and the report, passing it on to a drain repair specialist, and then having him identify the exact area and then make suggestions for repair, replacement, jetting, cutting out, whatever it may be, but we'd recommend passing it on to him and let him make those suggestions for repair. I'm going to turn off the water and the microphone. We're going to drain everything out and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. But again, at that transition, and it's always it's going to be west of the sidewalk, there's a weakened area and the roots have found their way, and it's a transition between the plastic piping, which would be the private builder's material coming off the house, transitioning to that branch pipe off of the concrete branch pipe off of the city lateral out there. So again, the sewer pipe does fail inspection. Recommend further evaluation and repair replacement by a licensed and qualified drain repair specialist.